My name is Cheryl, the maker and creator behind CM Handmade Co. And this is another handmade vlog. It's Market Day Eve. Lots of things happen on Market Day Eve. I'm going to let you follow me so you can see what it's like the day before a market. First chore of the day is dog duty, if you catch my drift. Is it breakfast time? Oh, what it's like having an annoying little sister. Hi. Hi there, honey. Hi, Spicy. Who's peeking out from under there? Thank you, Philip. Did you have a good day? Did you have a good night? Hey, can I pet your hair? Can I give you some hand rubs? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's almost 10 a.m. and I've done all of my animal chores. I wanted to first update you on what I have gotten done this week for market prep. So if you watched my previous video, you've seen I made 5 snugglers in one day. So I did put all their eyes and facial expressions on. Love it. Okay, BK Crochet, baby mean one. Also did Heart Highland by Mama Made Minis. Here is their eyes done. And I did Rhodes Raccoon. I'm a little bit hesitant about the eyes. It's hard to get embroidered eyes to show up on black. And I think they turned out okay. It's not perfect. So I'm having a little bit of a problem with that. Anyway, but I still think he is adorable. The next thing that I did was, I made these my pattern gnome for the holidays. I made 2. The thing I really like about this pattern is the beard is bobble stitches right in, and then you surface crochet the mustache on with bobble stitches, and it creates this nice little look. Okay, so that's just your basic one. The YouTube tutorial shows the basic one, and then it also shows the modifications to add to your gnome. So this is the Santa modification, but you can use these modifications to make your basic gnome a little bit more unique. So obviously the fold down hat with the pom-pom, the brim of the hat, making the color different than the beard, so differentiating that, and then adding little arms. This is also on the YouTube tutorial, so all of this. So the first part of the tutorial is your basic one, and the second part is making the modifications. So I made 2 Santa ones. This. Okay, so this is a pattern by Klein Creations Store, and I'll put the link up. It's called Mr. Green. The pattern includes Mr. Green, but it also includes a max pattern. You can make a Santa hat for Mr. Green as well. Due to time constraints, I'm just making the Mr. Green. I'd like to make at least 1 more of these guys because he is going to sell for sure. Then I thought, well, I'd like to have some hats. So I made this hat, and this is by, I want to get it right. I bought this pattern last year and made some. It's called Maggie's Beanie Pattern by @crafty_mama_mer. So I will put that up. You can buy the pattern on her website, craftymamamer.com. And yeah, I love it. So basically I made it probably, I'm gonna say less than 2 hours. And then I did it so that I put a button here so the pom-pom is removable. So for washing, or if you wanted to do it without the pom. Anyway, so I'd like to make, I have another one started, so I'd like to finish that one up. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. So it's cute. I think it's cute. I'm usually not a hat person, but now maybe I am. Anyway, I'm really happy about that. So I'd like to make some more hats. What did I work on next? Okay, like I have big turtles and then I have small turtles. So the small turtles that I had with the plastic eye, and I did the eyelid. Also have a tutorial for that. Check it out. It's so simple, makes a big difference. So check out my YouTube tutorial on that. So this is with the plastic eye, but I wanted to have some yarn eye options, just because these are always popular for people to buy for their little ones. So I had these already done up and I just had to make the eyes. So I first embroidered the eyes on and it didn't really look right. It wasn't my cup of tea. So then I just did, with cotton yarn, I just did 6 single crochets in a magic ring and then tied it off. Sewed those on, and then I did my eyelid over the top, and then I just did one on the bottom. And I think it creates this nice little look for this turtle. And of course, I just always do like a little nose pinch and do a little couple stitches there to make a little nose. And I think it makes a really nice difference. So what I find with these guys is every time I put the eyes on, it kind of gives a little bit of a different look. These ones' eyes are a little lower, so he's a little droppier. It's a little more, what's that word? Derpy, people say. The cool kids say derpy. Anyway, I really love how these guys turned out, and I'm happy. So I have 3 with yarn eyes. And this little turtle pattern is by Chastity and Designs on Instagram. And it's called Myrtle the Turtle. And then the last thing I want to show you is I really wanted to have some book buddies. So Arlen, my son, and I went to Kingston for one of his medical appointments, and we went to a store there and we tried to find some books that I could make buddies for. So this is one that we got. So that's not my chick, sorry. And it has, it's just a cute little board book, and it has like where you can touch and feel things, and at the end it's like, that's my chick. It's so fluffy. So I wanted to make a buddy for the book, and so I found this pattern and with like a little egg. I know there's other hatching egg patterns out there, but I wanted one that the guy was a little more circular like this, with the feet and the little legs to kind of match this guy right here. See? This pattern is it's free on Instagram, and it's called Boba the Baby Chick, and it's by @CrochetCo. And she has a lot of free patterns there, so I'm going to be going back to her Instagram and checking that out too. So I'm really excited about this little chick guy and the book buddy. So basically when I'm doing the book buddies, it's just to bring attention to the plushies, and it makes a really great gift. So I'm not marking up the book or anything like that. I just charge what I bought for the book and then charge for the plushie. But I think that's going to be it's a nice little gift, especially because Christmas is here. And last but not least, so this was my favorite book to read to the boys when they were younger. It's called I Love You Through and Through. And I absolutely loved reading this to the boys. It just basically talks about all of the things that you love about your child. So I wanted to make a little buddy for this guy. And so I have this cute little bear. Isn't he cute? Awesome. So this is Itty Basil the Bear by BK Crochet. And I am in love with these Itty patterns. I am going to start making them for my markets. And I just adore this little guy. So that's going to be another book buddy. Okay, so that's everything. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's not. I found these in my Christmas inventory last year. So this is the Pipsqueak Christmas Bundle by HANDMADE at HANDMADE, and I will link that. So when I made these little Rudolphs before, I didn't embroider eyes on them, or I did at first and they didn't look right, so I took the eyes off and I just kind of had them blank. So I've embroidered little eyes on them, and I'm getting better in my eye details, so it works. It works this year. Didn't last year for some reason. So I have 3 of these little Rudolphs, and I'm very excited about that. So that's what I have market prepped so far this week for my market. I think I did a good job. So it's 10 o'clock today. So today I still want to do my mock setup and see how things are gonna go, because it's just one table and I'm not used to that. Putting everything on one table is gonna be a little tricky, but I have an idea. I'm going to build up and it's going to be fabulous. I'm still going to take one of my stands just in case sometimes there's a little wiggle room with how much space you do have around your table. So I may set it in front of the table if I can. If I can't, I'll make do with one table. Not a problem. We'll just make do. And as things sell, it'll kind of clear out anyway. I always like to have just a very simple little tag like this. I do want to go back and round the corners. And then I also wanted to make a care tag, possibly for like my hats and stuff, just to tell them how to wash it. My hats and headbands. Okay, so basically do a little bit more market prep. I want to update the listings on my Shopify to make sure all my inventory's in. I want to do a mock setup and do tags and prices. So that's all happening today. It's going to be fun. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my mock setup. Okay, so this is my one table market setup. This is before I add in the inventory that I just showed you. In order to get everything in, I decided to like build up. Okay, so I think that will be good. So I have some Fred the Frogs by Crochet, a Standing Donkey by Stitching with Abby, Fergus the Fungi by Safari Stitches, my Fred the Turtles by CJ Design, my Myrtle the Turtles by Chastity Ann. This is my Gnome the Holidays pattern, but just using a bigger hook and a thicker yarn. My Snugglers from Mama Made Minis, and this one's BK Crochet. Little turtles, stingrays, some pigs, Mabel the Chicken, otters, Annie Caraway cats, Emotional Dumpster Fires, that's my own pattern. Crochet with Bay, mini aliens, scrunchies by Camera's Cute Creations, bookmark. I have to obviously put these a little bit better, but I market them as a book bag / bag charm, so you can hook them onto any bag like that. I have to get some ones for this. And then this is if you need a bookmark. So just put it in your book. I have my cowls. I'm gonna have some more hats back here. my headbands, and oh, my little hatching chick, my one left hatching chick. Okay, and then, so like I said before, if it permits me, if the vendor person permits me to have this table here, I mean this stand here, I'm gonna have that stand just like that, just to kind of give it a little bit more. I'll probably put my book buddies on there and maybe some of these baskets over there, but if not, I'll make do this way. So I'm gonna set it up as if I can't use that stand, but if I can use that stand, it's really gonna help. So I'm just gonna put the rest of my inventory in. Anyway, I wanted to just give a little bit of advice on the day before market. Sometimes, for me anyway, I have a lot of things that I want to do, and then what I do end up doing is I get overwhelmed because there's so many things I want to do that I don't really even get anything done. The day before market, market day eve, the key message is, so action, just do it. 2, set some time constraints and set some time limits. Set some time limits and give yourself an allotted amount of time to do certain things so you don't get lost on one task. Number 3, stay calm and enjoy the process. This is stuff that you like to do. If it stresses you out, it's not going to be fun. So make it fun. This is exciting. You get to go to a show and show off your stuff and make a little money. It's going to be exciting. Don't create these big expectations for yourself and make it miserable. Just have fun with it. So action, time constraints, fun. Okay, guys. I just wanted to check in. It's noon. So my appointment in town's at 1. So I wanted to get going. So I had visitors come to the door, so I had to chat with them for a little bit. And then I did start on Mr. Green again. So I made his arms and I made his legs. So when I get home from this appointment, I will finish Mr. Green. So then I will have 2 of those. The day before a market, you always feel like you have more time, and time goes by super fast. So keeping on track and keeping focused and making sure that you are not getting lost in something is important. This is Princess Leia. She's very cute. She's old. She's an old girl. Yes, she is. She's an old girl. She is a Chihuahua cross Schnauzer. And she's very cute. She's the VP of CM Handmade Co. Mm-hmm. And she's a very important person. All right, so I'm gonna get ready and go to town, go to my appointment, and then I'm gonna come back and get some more stuff done. Check-in time. I am back from town at my appointment. It's 3:30 p.m. That took a little longer than expected, but I do confess I went to Michael's and picked up some more small bags because I was running low. I usually order them from Amazon, but I needed them, so I got them from Michael's. And then I also picked up ball yarn, just one. It's okay, no big. Anyway, I'm gonna get to crocheting Mr. Green. I'd like to finish him. So I finished up Mr. Greenwind's body, head, all that jazz, put the little heart detail on him. I need to complete his face. So it's 10 to 5 right now. It's getting dark out, so I have to go put the horses in, and then I'll be back to complete this little guy. I'm going to record how I do his face so you can see how I do embroidered eyes, as well as see how I shape the face. Hi everybody, I'm just checking in. It's almost 10 o'clock and I've done everything that I wanted to do. And I'm sorry I didn't bring you along, but I was in the zone. So I wanted to just show you what I've done. So I did a little bit more crocheting, and I also then went on to work on my price tags. So usually I would just have a price tag like this and it just be hanging off them, right? So what I was struggling with is when, you know, I sell that then, and then I don't have any warning for safety eyes. I don't have any care instructions. So I created this little tag. So basically, the little tag says Fred the Frog, who the pattern credit is by, I made it, how long it took me, the yarn that's used, the filling, and what type of eyes it is. So here it says it's plastic with a plastic snap washer, and then it has the safety warning, and then the care instructions for the plushie, and then I just put my website on the bottom, and then I just have a little smaller price tag. So when someone purchases this, I'll remove this and the pin, and then I'll pack this tag with it. So if they're giving it as a gift, then they're able to give that little care card with it. It then has my website on it, and that's the best place for people to then track, to go, and then they can, you know, find my YouTube and find my Instagram from there. So I really like this idea. So I've printed out a tag for each plushie that I have. The only thing that I'm missing is I have a little hole punch that is a corner rounder, so it rounds the corners, and I'm really missing that, and it's really bugging me because I don't know where it is. But anyway, that's okay. I really like this idea. So then I also wanted to show you, so for the hats that I make, sorry, this is not the best, but so I have my price tag, and I have the care instructions, and then I also have how to remove the palm, because when I do them, see that button in there? It's a removable palm, so they can take that palm off and then wash this. So it tells them how to remove the palm and how to reattach it. Has the care instructions. It has what type of yarn it is, and then I have my little price tag here with my the price, obviously. These are my new little faux leather tags. I got gray ones and brown ones, so I'm excited to use those. Anyway, I just wanted to show you kind of the signage and tags I was working on. So excited about trying these out. Wait, other things that I've packed up. So I've packed up all my plushies and all my items. I've packed my bags, my stapler, my business cards. I've packed my bag that I'm gonna bring with me. So if I have time, I'm gonna work on some things. So the only thing that I have to do is I do have to just finish cutting some of these tags out. I have my little paper cutter, so it goes quite quickly. And the other things that I was going to work on are, my inventory on my website. Okay, so it's 10:30 now. I did finish cutting out all of my little item tags and price tags, so that's done. And I did print off just another inventory sheet of everything that I have, and then on the way up tomorrow as we're driving, I'll update my Shopify inventory. So that's done. So I think that I feel really prepared. And so it's 10:30 now. I'm gonna go chill out, and I'll probably fall asleep in about 10 minutes. Get a good night's sleep. Anyway, I hope that this was useful for you to kind of see, you know, market day eve, what kind of happens behind the scenes. Things that I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about my item tags. I just really like having the care instructions, if it has plastic guides, having that safety instruction, and then also like having how long it took to make, and also having the pattern designer's name, because whenever you do buy a pattern, it always says like, use the pattern to make an item, you can sell that item, but give credit to the designer. And a lot of the times, like if you're posting it on Instagram and that, you're giving that credit, but if you're selling it at a market, it's rare that you're saying, oh, by the way, this pattern is from blah, blah, blah. So it's nice to just have that on the little tag. I feel like it makes it seem more professional, and also it makes the item seem more legitimate, I guess. Especially like for the bigger makes, like obviously for the little ones, they're more like an impulse buy. But someone who is buying something for the purpose of giving a gift, and it has that little tag with care instructions and what kind of material it is, and like who the designer is and how long it took to make, and that handmade signature, I think that just adds legitimacy to the handmade item, and it also adds value to the gift. So I'm really excited about that, and just to see people's reactions to maybe the tags and reading through it, and seeing if they have any comments about that. I'm gonna guess 3 things that I think are gonna sell. Okay, Mr. Green, Book Buddies, and the Pipsqueak reindeer. Let's see if my predictions are correct. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I hope you enjoyed following along with me as I get ready for my market. I hope that some of this is entertaining, and I hope some of this is useful for you. If you have any questions about what I've done or what I've said, give a comment and let me know. I'll answer anything. And if you've made it this far, why don't you put some shopping bags in the comment section, so that I know that you made it this far. And if you have any predictions about what's going to sell or not, I'd love to hear what you think. Thank you for joining me. If you've liked this video, please like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm gonna try to take some footage at the market, so that will be my next video, is a market recap. And thank you for tuning in, and until next time, happy crocheting.